What's up, you guys? So, here's the deal. I know that I didn't make a video by Tuesday. And I know you don't really care that much because it's not up to you. It's up to me. But here's the thing. I am so... It's tysellsout out. What? Disappointed in myself that I'm mad. I'm mad about it. You know, like I just wanted to like be there for you for a Tuesday thing that you're like, weekend was cool, Monday sucked, but then Ty's videos comes out on Tuesday, and I was really excited about it because he's a big old idiot, and I just wasn't there for you guys. I wasn't on time. I wasn't consistent, and that's something I struggle with. Like, man, I'll make class. If I have a class on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever, I'll make it. I'll go to class. I'll get there 15 minutes early to make sure I have a parking spot, and I'll get there on time. But then it's like with this, it's a whole different thing because nobody's holding me accountable. There's no teacher, there's no instructor, there's no yeah, I'm sorry about that. There's nobody holding me accountable, and the whole reason I wanted to make these videos is to hold myself accountable. So, to be honest, I'm disappointed in myself, but I did do a little bit of design video earlier, which I posted on my Instagram, but I'll add a little bit of it into it right now just so you guys can see what I have been working on, because I did actually get a new client, which is super awesome. And what I found so far in starting out in this new, format or new venture, is that the best way to say it? What I've found in starting out in this new venture of designing things is that I've taken a bunch of time to submit to different things on Indeed that say graphic designer, and one of the feedback that I got from one thing that I submitted to was that I'm not a graphic designer, I'm a graphic illustrator, which I was like, okay, I don't design web pages, no. I do logos and, branding, things like that. But that doesn't mean I'm not a graphic designer. I feel like you need to be more specific for what you're looking for. But nonetheless, I'm very excited about the new client I have. He's very cool. I met him on the set of that Richard Linklater film that we did together. We're both hippies. He's a Black Power hippie, not to shout him out or anything, but he's very cool. But anyway, he hired me to do a new logo for his Sizzle Vision Entertainment, and I'm gonna feel confident in tagging him in this video because he's a really cool guy. And although the logo that you see is not currently what we're gonna work towards, it is a part of the process. So regardless, this whole point was that I got to a certain point where I wanted this logo to stand out from all the others, and we kind of agreed on more of an outlaw kind of persona for him for his logo. And I really just didn't want him to stick with the original logo that he had. He reached out to me, which is super awesome, and I honestly think that as an entrepreneur, word of mouth is the way to go with designing things. Not designing things, but word of mouth is the way to go in terms of getting more clients. And he saw me tinkering and whatever, doing stuff on my iPad, working on logos for other people, and he was like, hey, I really enjoyed your work, and I want to hire you to reformat mine, because I ordered a guy to do it in 2012, and he made me something, and then I went to his Facebook cover page and I looked at it and I was like, man, I get it, I understand where you're at back then, but I feel like we can make this a lot better. So I kind of revamped it. I'm currently working on it right now, but the original idea to separate it from the original outlaw idea, because if you look on Google image search, there's 40,000 images which have a skull and a bandana and a cowboy hat. But I originally started out with this 1920s design, and I added a cigar to it. It's going to make it stand out a little bit more, and, you know, kept kind of tinkering with that. But since the original time that I filmed this drawing, I have since moved on to really changing up the hat shape and all those kinds of things. But, you know, that's kind of how it goes with design work, is that, you know, you get a client that likes what you do, but then midway through you have to pivot a little bit, and that's okay. I think that I honestly, I would much rather be talking consistently to the client throughout the whole thing than to just submit like 40 different ideas and hope one of them sticks. I'd rather, you know, get to a certain point. Like, as you can see, I have this flat cap look to it because I wanted to add like this 1920s kind of edge to him, and we kind of went that way in a little bit, but then it was like, you know, like, I like that, but I don't really love that. So in a way, it kind of came back to, all right, well, if that's not what you're looking for, then I don't want to keep working on that. So I tried to lower the hat brim, and I made a new logo with the hat brim lower, but then it was like, no, and see, that looks a little weirder than I thought it would. And so now we're at a whole different design. But the point is that, you know, as the design comes along, we're working together, and it's a collaboration. And just like the acting thing, it's like everybody who is involved in the project is really involved in the project. So it's honestly really cool to work on this with Casey. And sorry, Casey, but I just called you out. But I'm going to tag you in this video, and I'm really glad that you reached out to have me design your new logo, because I don't want to fail you, and we had such a good time on set that I feel like we're connected forever. You hear that? Connected forever. That means that we'll never ever leave. Like Hotel California. Quick little Easter egg for those of you still watching. I wanted to let you know that my last video I'm very proud of, because it's actual footage from an actual acting shoot that I did with Otterbox. Okay, so it is a couple clips that I was like, I don't want to say the main star, but I was pretty important in it. And Otterbox is like something that everybody knows about. You know, they're a phone case, they're a cooler, I guess, now, which if you watch the video, you'll understand that reference. And then they do tumblers, and then also soft coolers. But look, what I'm saying is, like, just watch the last video too. We're gonna put it, you know, up there somewhere. But check that out. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you and all of your friends. Like and subscribe to see more.